Then I want to talk about production technology and how firms then make the things that they're making. We saw in the previous video that my total cost curve was shaped like that. But why? The reason why this has this shape, the total cost curve has this shape, is because it's a mirror image of the production graph. Meaning that if I now change this, so that this is now the quantity of my input, and this is now the quantity of my output, or this was my quantity of the output, is that what's happening here is that the inputs basically start to get less and less productive as I use more and more and more of it. Which means that if I don't have an input at all, inputs are used to make outputs. If I don't have any of the inputs, I can't make any outputs. But what we see is that my total product graph looks like this. That's initially getting, right, in this case, steeper and steeper and steeper, and then getting flatter and flatter and flatter, because this is getting flatter and flatter and flatter and steeper and steeper and steeper. You see this similarity, or this way of understanding these two regions. In region 1, or in region Roman numeral 1, I have declining marginal productivity, which, if we just wanted to make this graph number 1 and graph number 2, that means that not declining. That in region number 1, we see increasing marginal utility, marginal productivity, which means that in graph 2, it's getting steeper, which means you have more productive workers. And these more productive workers get paid the same amount as less productive workers, which means that for graph number 1, you get a lot of output without a lot of additional cost. Which is basically another way of saying that it's getting flatter and flatter and flatter. So that we can basically say that graph 1 in region Roman numeral 1 is getting flatter and flatter. And then, to explain region 2, you start to see declining marginal productivity. Basically what we're saying here is that when you start to get too many workers, those workers become less and less productive for you. Which then basically means that graph 2 is getting flatter. Your workers are less productive. which, for graph number 1, you have too many workers. Which means you have lots of costs, but not much output. So, what you then start to do here is that you then start to think about how that firm could adjust its behavior over a period of time. And if the firm has to buy inputs, right? If the firm has to buy inputs, it wants to know, right? And here's my total cost. It wants to know if it'll get more outputs, because the outputs is what it's going to sell. Which then basically creates for us two regions, an economies of scale region and a diseconomies of scale region. In the economies of scale region, you basically, as you double your inputs, you get more than double your outputs. Basically, you have very productive workers, which means that you're in region 1. In the diseconomies of scale region, as you double inputs, you get less than double the outputs. Which means that I'm in the less productive region number 2. And then we finally put this all together by thinking about what the long run costs look like. And that for the long run costs, what we can do is create a graph that has long run average costs. And that long run average cost curve is actually envelops a whole bunch of short run average cost curves. Basically, the difference between the short run and the long run would be that in the long run you can make yourself bigger or smaller and things can adjust. In the long run, you've basically fully adjusted to your size.